What is going on, friends, and welcome back to the Minecraft Hub channel. Today we are checking out nether portals. There are so many different designs out there for nether portals, and it's honestly at this point hard to choose from on which design to go with because there are so many cool ones. Today though, we are going to be looking at 5 of my favorite nether portal designs that are out there currently. All of the creators who created these will be linked down in the description below, so I highly go and check them out. Most of them built these in hardcore or survival series, so you guys can go and check out their series and see all the other really cool things they built in their world as well. Let's go ahead and jump right into today's video though. This first nether portal design that we are checking out is from a Hindi Minecrafter, and his name is Anshu Bish. And he did such an incredible job of designing this nether portal. He went with a kind of classic sword design nether portal. You see a lot of swords in nether portal designs, which I think is really cool. But what he did is he actually switched up this sword design a little bit, not only by adding this layered glass effect beneath it, but he also changed the shape of the sword, which I think makes this thing look so much cooler than a lot of the other sword designs out there. The hilt on this thing is insane. I love the curves and the shape of it, and it looks like this sword is just stuck into the ground at this huge diagonal angle. I think this is such a cool build, and it only gets cooler when he finally lights up the portals and really shows off the colors on this sword. Of course, the shape and just the design, the details, everything about this looks really good. I really like the use of chains and inrods on this build, as well as the layered glass beneath it. I think that adds just such a huge piece. But I really think one of the best parts about this build is how reasonably sized it is. It's not some over-the-top build that you'll never be able to build in your Minecraft world. This is something that's very reasonable to build in a probably 2-hour period, you know, not counting all gathering the materials, especially the glass, but you could definitely build this up in a pretty reasonable amount of time, and that makes this a really great design for a lot of people out there. This thing also just looks amazing with shaders as well, especially having those inrods on the inside of that design there really adds a lot once you start putting those shaders on and you get that huge color pop from those inrods. Next up, we are checking out Not Brock, and Not Brock did a completely different design type from Anshu. This design is basically an entire room dedicated to this nether portal, which I love seeing these builds as well. These things are so cool, especially using all the different nether blocks inside this build. The blackstone, tons of blackstone in this build. This build also features a layered purple glass, which is great. It really goes well with the nether portal designs. So you're actually going to see this a couple times in today's videos. This is a super popular thing to do underneath nether portals, and you know, it just looks really cool. So I completely understand why everybody wants to do this. I want to do this. It just looks so cool. But Not Brock did an incredible job of designing this huge room for this nether portal here, and this is really just an absolute hub to connect to everything that you want to go to in the nether. The room looks incredible, of course, but he also did a really cool portal design, adding in a lot of end blocks, as you can see here, those purple blocks, the glass, and of course the end rods. Really goes well with the crying obsidian as well. He also made kind of a split portal here that I think looks really cool, and especially once you light up all 4 sides, you really get a good look at all of this. He also managed to trap a ghast on the inside of that. Next up here, we have Kolani, and we've actually featured this build on the channel before. It is absolutely massive. It took so many hours, I'm sure, to make this. Of course, resource gathering alone would take so many hours because look at this amount of stained glass that he's got here. There is just so much, but it is so worth it to see the final design for this nether portal. It's absolutely huge, features a huge terraform land piece underneath it. Of course, that stained glass kind of fade effect into the ground there, of course. Tons of obsidian all mined with the end dimension towers. And then you see this beautiful tree coming up out of this. Also, instead of just leaving it as that plain circle, they went ahead and made an entire area around this that kind of faded into the existing landscape, which I think is a great idea. It really separates this out and also makes it feel more natural and like it just formed in this area, which I absolutely love. but the final result of this is absolutely incredible. Next up, we have the Best Cube HD, and the Best Cube HD is running a hardcore series and doing some incredible things in it, so I highly recommend you guys go and check this guy out. There are so many cool builds in this, and this is definitely one of them. They went with one of the classic sword designs, which I love seeing. They did a great job of designing the hilt, making that thing look really extravagant, a layered glass effect underneath. But one of the things that I really like about this build is actually the terraforming they did around it, making all these different biomes, all the nether biomes you see here. We got the Basalt Delta, Soul Sand Valley, and the two nether forests in the background there. I think that really makes this portal design stand out because you get into the nether and you immediately have a taste of all the biomes. Next up, this one is not in survival, but I really love this portal design, and it is from one of our favorites here on the channel, Leonard. What I really like about this design is it's a design you really don't see often at all. Did an entire kind of castle face design with a bridge coming across to this side of the land here, and I think it's a genius design and just looks really good. It's kind of an epic entrance to coming into the Nether. And of course, personally, I would feel good about coming out of any of these portals into the Nether, but I think if I was crossing this huge bridge, being able to look down at the lava, everything like that, it would just feel so good coming into the Nether. Now, the one thing that may suck about coming across that bridge is maybe if a ghast spawns nearby and starts shooting at you, but other than that, this is such a cool design, and I would love to have something like this in my world. And of course, not only the design here, of course we're looking at this massive bridge that Leonard is doing a ton of work detailing right now, adding in a bunch of blocks that actually looks like netherite blocks right there. So maybe you might have to switch up the block palette a little bit if you want to do this in your survival world. But not only this bridge design right here, but also Leonard went ahead and terraformed the wall behind this as well, making it look really cool and giving this thing a nice backdrop. For me though, if I were building this in my own world, I would probably find that backdrop and build the portal there. I probably really wouldn't want to build a huge backdrop in the Nether. Doing all that terraforming in the Nether just seems really dangerous and something that would be a huge hassle for me. But if that's something that you guys want to do, go and do it, because a backdrop with your Nether portal can make or break it. This thing looks way cooler having that backdrop back there and making it look so natural. Anyway guys, that is all the time that we have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked any of these Nether portal designs, be sure to drop a like on this video and go check out the creators' videos as well so that you guys can see how they built these incredible portals and also maybe even build them in your own world. I really hope you guys got some great inspiration for some Nether portal designs in your world. But that is all that I have for you guys today, so drop a like on this video. Be sure to subscribe if you're not already. We basically do everything Minecraft, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.